Okay, we are back on the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Re-Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm super happy to be back on this Nuzlocke. This is the first video I've recorded for this channel, and the first time I played Skylanders in around a month, so super happy to be back. The only reason why I haven't been recording or playing the game is just because I've got a lot of college stuff going on, but I'm super happy to be back and super happy to be recording some videos. Today's video, we're going to be playing the third and fourth chapter, which I'm super excited for because for this we've only played the first two chapters on the channel. Oh, and we are going to be Voodoo, who we did get in the randomizer of the last video. But as I was saying, we're going to play the third and fourth chapter. I technically have already played these chapters for this series, but whenever I completed them the first time, the video, for some reason the voiceover just did not get put on. I don't know if I just pressed some wrong button. I think it's where I did some Gigabash gameplay on my other channel, and for some reason the audio just kind of messed up whenever I was recording on it compared to now recording Skylanders. I don't know what exactly happened, but whenever I switched the voiceover stuff, or whenever I switched the recording stuff around and then went back, it messed it all up. But yeah, super happy to be back. Like I said, it is so unfortunate because like all the stuff I said just didn't get recorded, but I wrote down a few notes right after I recorded some of the stuff I remembered. And obviously, first we're going to play Schooner Docks. So yeah, we are going to be using Voodoo. Super happy about getting Voodoo. It just worked out really well because, you know, Voodoo I think was a starter option in one of the first two Nuzlockes we did, but I chose a different Skylander. And then I also had a chance to get him as a starter in this game, but I just ended up not doing it. I chose Whirlwind, which I'm still super happy about. And then also, another thing I made a note of is it works out really good having Voodoo and Whirlwind because Whirlwind's obviously way more of a ranged Skylander, and Voodoo's way more of like a close. What's the word I use? Voodoo's way more of a. I can't think of the word I normally use. Whatever, it's the word for like attacking like up close and physically. I guess almost like a physical attacker, almost like imposing on or a special attack. But there's a melee Skylander. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, Voodoo's way more of a melee, so he's kind of like the opposite playstyle of Whirlwind. And one thing about Voodoo, I actually think I went down the axe pathway, which I don't know which pathway is better for Voodoo, but that's the one I think I went down. So. Yeah, that's pretty much the stuff I wrote down. And like I said, I'm super happy that I got Voodoo because just we had so many opportunities to get him in earlier locks. And Magic is also just an element I feel like we got really late in some of the previous locks, so I was kind of happy to get it early. Do not love this level, I will say though. I don't love any of the levels where you're in like these like turret things. I just don't find them that fun, honestly. Like, ooh, the turret ones and the ones where flying mechs, I'm just not crazy about. Oh, and I just remembered another thing I want to say. One of the reasons why I decided to replay these chapters and just, well, some previous times when I've had audio issues, I've just went back over the actual video and just put audio over the fact. But the reason why I didn't do that this video is because, for one, I just don't think the videos come out as well if you do the audio like that. And two, where I'm recording this video, like I said, like weeks after when I record, or I think I said this, I'm recording this video weeks after the first time I did this part. So, like, I don't even know what I would have said, for one. And two, with it just having been weeks since I played the game, I'd rather just start out on some of the easier chapters so there's even less of a chance of, you know, dying. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to lose on one of these first chapters. Yeah, I just realized Voodoo does not have a ton of coins. Yeah, I don't think I use Voodoo a ton. I do really kind of like his moveset though. Like this move to get up close, and then you can just start going crazy with the axe. And I barely ever use his tripwire. Yeah, I really do like Voodoo though. I probably prefer Whirlwind just because I think range Skylanders are generally better in these like Nuzlocks, and just I like Whirlwind's designed a lot better. Not that Voodoo's bad or anything, it's just I really like the dragon like Skylanders a lot. Um, ooh. Yeah, I'm so happy to be back. We're at like almost 100 subscribers, which is crazy. Especially since I haven't even been uploading that much, but a ton of you all have subscribed. We had that one video do huge numbers. I can't remember if the last video I did, oh, oh, my Wii remote died. Good thing I have batteries right beside me. I was using my like charged up battery, but it's just not been doing great lately. So I did have actual batteries here. Okay, we should be good now. Um, I do love these like creatures. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, the one video did so well. Which video? Oh yeah, it was the video actually talking about like the results of my last Nuzlocke. Like I recorded two videos back to back that weren't gameplay videos. One was the oh crap. One was the Nuzlocke video, and the other was the video on what I thought what I want the next Skylanders game to be. And I actually, if you'd asked me which of those two videos I thought would do better, I 100% would have said what the next Skylanders game should be video. And that video didn't do bad or anything. It actually was a pretty good video for my channel, but the Nuzlocke like recap video actually did amazing. And I do want to thank you all a ton for that. I had a ton of fun with that video. You know, obviously, you know, just giving my thoughts on the Nuzlocke and stuff, but I was shocked as well as that video did. Super happy it did though, because I did think that was one of my better videos I've recorded, but I think it's literally like either my #1 most viewed video now or second, which works out great because, you know, that is a video I think that should do well in theory, and I really like it because it kind of combines like my two main video types of like actually talking about Nuzlocks, and then it also like just my like talking style video. So I'm really happy that that video did as well as it did. I just hate that it did so well and then I didn't have videos for a little bit. But I am gonna, obviously with school I can't record as much as I'd like to, but I'm definitely gonna try to record at least a video or so over the weekend, if not more. I do think Voodoo, like I said, is really solid. For a melee Skylander, I really do like his set because his moves are really complementary. Like I love having his like this move, and then you do still have this move, even though I barely ever use it. His like gate thing. That's the one bad thing I hate about like those types of moves. Like the one times that I actually think I would use them, they don't work. Like exactly there when it should have, when I feel like he should be able to run into it. It's just, it feels kind of pointless. And maybe it's the pathway I did. Maybe it would be better with the other pathway. But for the most point, those like types of moves just feel pointless to me. And I do love how you can like combo his stuff. If you just like spam stuff, you're going to get a good move. Okay, so we've got this part. But yeah, like I said, I think my two current team members complement each other very, very well. So destroy the heavy airship. I'm glad that this is like the only chapter that this is like a big deal because I'm just not a fan of doing these parts of things. Ooh. And I don't know if you actually die or if it just makes you redo it, but these parts are just so annoying to me. I think there's only one more that you have to do this later on, and it's a part so late in the game that we honestly might get defeated before we do it, and that is the Pirate Seas one. There's something sort of similar to this. Okay, that thing is just about down. There we go. Oh, one more. Okay. Is this... Oh, crap. We're still at just 34 health. That is not ideal. Oh, did we take it out already? Oh my gosh, that was actually kind of getting a little scary. Especially once I saw we had to fight the heavy airship as well. There we go, though. We got the golden propeller. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I remember the time I recorded this earlier too. I did get a little scary, but we didn't ever get like actually beat that spot. Okay, so yeah, now we've got chapter 4. I'm just gonna look over my notes real quick as I walk around, just making sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to mention. So yeah, like I said, the original file got messed up. Actually, I might put a link to that video, and I might just make it like an unlisted video or something where if somebody goes to the link of it, they could actually watch it if they wanted to, but it's not gonna be like public on the channel or something. Whatever. I'll make it somewhere that you all can view it, but it's not gonna be like something that you all probably get notified for. But you all can see my previous attempt gameplay that was from like weeks ago. But like I said, unfortunately the audio is just not there. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. Yeah, it really does stink though that part did get messed up. I think I've had one video where I've also had audio issues. Either my voiceover was really quiet or something, and I had to redo it. But I think that video I actually did just like go over the video and just talk over my original gameplay. But for this attempt, I actually just played through the game, and oh wait, oh crap, yeah, it's wanting me to go do that next chapter actually. We're actually going to switch to Whirlwind real quick.
Talk to Gurgle Finn.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go do chapter 4, which is Stormy Stronghold. We won't be getting a new Skylander this video, but you know, the last video we did get 2 Skylanders. If you didn't see that video, I always put a link to the playlist for the series in the video, so if you want, you can watch this series or the previous video. And depending on what day you're seeing this, you could see future videos as well in this series. But yeah, really happy to be back. Like I said, Whirlwind, so happy that we got Whirlwind as the starter. I know it does kind of stink that we got Air Skylanders as both of our starters, but Whirlwind is just such a fun Skylander that and out of the starter options, I just couldn't pass on Whirlwind. I can't remember who our other starter option was. I know Whirlwind and Voodoo were the 2, and I can't remember who the other one was. I actually really like this chapter. I think it's just a really solid, fun one. Okay.
You need a light to unlock it. Skylanders of the magic element.
I think so far my thoughts on the 2 Skylanders, I think we've got 2 really solid Skylanders. I don't think either of the 2 we've got right now are like crazy, like broken ones, like how good I ended up thinking Sonic Boom was by the end of the series. I don't think, actually, I think Whirlwind's not as good as Sonic Boom. Like, from the little bit I've used her so far, I still think she's a really, really solid Skylander. Don't get me wrong, but I think Sonic Boom just can be absolutely broken. And I just don't think Whirlwind's as broken. And maybe it's just because I went down the wrong pathway. This is the pathway I went down, the rainbow one. And I've heard a lot of people actually like her other pathway better. But I really like this pathway, or I don't have any issues with it, but I have heard the other one is better. But I'm not going to reset mine or anything, so I can't say for certain. Oh, that worked out. That witch just fell off. I want to try to do this move. I forget that she can do this one move that I want to try to do. Yeah, I really need to try to do that because that's actually really good. Where she has that move where you can throw down a cloud and then it can launch rainbows off the cloud. Okay. Yeah, the one good thing on these like maps where it's like on a cliff or something, half the time if you hit an enemy, they literally just like teleport off. Oh, that's an air gate. We could go through it, but we have no point because I haven't mentioned this in a while, but I don't know when the last time I mentioned this in a video was. But if you haven't seen my Nuzlocke series, I don't go for any of like pretty much any of the extra unnecessary stuff because it has no point for us because we don't use hats in this series. There's no point to get the trophies because we are just trying to beat the game. We're not trying to 100% the game, get all 3 stars or anything. We are just trying to beat the game with as little Skylander losses as possible. That's what my goal is, at least in this Nuzlocke. We'll get that coin. The one, it does kind of stink where I am having to record this video like on the weekends and can't just record it like daily. I don't think I'll do as good as I'm kind of hoping. Just because, you know, obviously when you can play a game like every day, you're just going to play better than if you play it once a day or whatever, or once a week, you know what I mean? In last series, we had 4 losses. Oh, well, we got a legendary treasure. We don't really need it, but we'll take it. I mean, that's 200 gold too for a whirlwind. Okay. Yeah, I don't see whirlwind having any issues here. One kind of bad thing about whirlwind is pure range. Whirlwind, did I say whirlwind? I meant whirlwind. Whirlwind is like, you gotta have some range. Because you're just not great up against right on top of opponents. I mean, you can attack though. The rainbow like drops straight in front of you, one of them knows. And like the cloud just goes straight forward. So you kind of can, but like, her moveset's just way better for like medium to long range. And also, she doesn't have like one attack that just does a ton of damage. The one thing that she kind of has that is good for like close range is the cloud attack because where it goes like straight forward and it like paralyzes enemies. So maybe that's why a lot of people prefer her other pathway, because the cloud might be the better path or the better move. We definitely could try the other pathway though, because I have the series 2, which I just haven't used yet. Okay. And we've got no reason to touch that. Okay. We could definitely use some food right here. And it doesn't look like we got any. That's not the biggest deal in the world though. Oh, perfect. The flying is great. Phew, I thought we were going to take a little bit of damage because I got hung on the walls on both sides. Okay. Yep, we're going to be fighting these enemies. So it's just like a wave of enemies. It actually seems like it would be a kind of tough fight just because there's the amount of enemies you have here, but it's historically not a bad fight at all. For me, I've just not really ever had issues here. Even though it kind of seems like you would just because of the sheer amount. But it is so early in the game, and I guess it's a ton of weaker enemies. And here's the clouds that I think I've heard only appear in this chapter. I think we're done. We'll get this coin. Yep, there we go. Air source secured by our Air Skylander. Okay, that is it for the video. Super glad to be back on this series, like I said. I will try to, in the link in this video, I'll try to have some way that you all can watch gameplay if you want to watch it. I wouldn't like necessarily recommend it, but just if you want to see like just to like almost like fact check that I did beat it before, like I didn't have any losses, and also just like I said, if you just want to watch the gameplay, just some more stuff, just there is literally no voiceover. It's the main issue. And I just thought between the fact that like I haven't recorded in a while, and just I just don't think the videos turn out super well if you do voiceover after the fact. That's the reason why I just redid it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Next video we will be adding another new Skylander, I believe. Yeah, we will. So super excited for that. I'll probably record that actually right after this, so you all will probably see 2 uploads this week. But yeah, super happy with the current team. Super happy with how this series is going, and really hoping that you all are enjoying it. And would love to know what other content you all would like to see, especially with the possible 100 subscriber special coming soon. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out.